Alright, so here we are, our first unscripted video outside of the live streams. We're covering the Tumblr Sexy Woman 2023 event. Here I'm joined with my boy Ian.
Hello. Today is going to be very interesting completely because we're diving into some Tumblr fuckery here, and we all know Tumblr has an amazing reputation where nothing bad ever happened. And presumably, although we cannot find any solid records, only archives, all the original shit has been lost to the void.
As it
January
should be.
30th. Yeah, January 30th-ish, 2023 is roughly when this tournament happened.
Yep, and it started off with many different characters, some not even being flesh and blood. Most or a good amount of them at least breaking the main rules, because as we figured out a bit after we looked into this, there were rules of this event. The rules are as such. Most agreed upon a certain criteria of Tumblr sexy men or women it has to have a large and vocal following. Some characters may not be considered for having too small of a fandom. Other rules tend to state that the character is typically unconventionally attractive. For this one, the rules do not matter. They are not applicable to this.
Yeah, we're gonna throw the rules out the window because of there's a few inconsistencies here, because there's definitely some very conventionally attractive women here that win many times.
Yeah.
Like if we really wanted to believe strongly in the evil rule, which is another rule by the way, is a lot of these people are evil, but if we really wanted to strongly believe in the evil and unconventional attraction rule, this list would have gone very different, but it's just highly inconsistent to the point we're just going to throw the rules out the window and just judge the voters.
Yep, a lot of judging, a lot of ranting. Starting off on the left side on round one, we have the closest one of any other, I believe. We had Lord Dominator from Wander Over Yonder versus the Administrator from TF2. 49% to 50.
Very close. Now, I was surprised, honestly, to see that the Administrator was put on this list, because honestly, a lot of people forget that she has artwork of her.
Yeah, that's one of the maybe five canon pictures in TF2.
Really, that's about it, because most people know the Administrator as just the voice in the matches.
Yeah, very true.
Now, Lord Dominator, never watched Wander Over Yonder, but I can kind of see why Lord Dominator won over just the Gilf energy. But the Administrator is an OG. It's just an OG that not a whole lot of people really remember visually, I'd like to think.
Yeah. And Freckles.
That too. The bonus points with the fucking freckles, I suppose.
Yeah.
Now, not much else to say here, so we're gonna move on to oh boy, Doc Ock and Miss Pauling. Take it away.
Two TF2 characters in a row, and both of them lost. Man, and they were on opposite sides of the spectrum. One was young, one was old. I mean, one was a killer, one was a narrator.
This is some bullshit, though. This right here.
Yep, and either way, despite having a massive chin, a Sandman outfit, and the worst tentacles of any Doc Ock I've personally seen, Doc Ock won in a landslide victory of 75%.
You're just convulsing from the horrible voting results.
Oh god, something was in my throat. Just went away.
That shit's fucking you up.
Landslide victory of 75%.
Who these 75% of people are is a fucking mystery to me because I just don't see how you wouldn't vote for Miss Pauling.
That's
I
how
really
that,
don't.
that's really how you know Tumblr's not a part of the internet. I've seen so many animations featuring Miss Pauling and no one caring about Doc Ock. That's how you know Tumblr's just completely disconnected.
Completely. Like there's Tumblr in and of itself is, I mean, most social media platforms are, to be fair, but Tumblr is really just a hefty echo chamber, I think.
Yeah.
Just
It,
an echo chamber of just weird motherfuckers in the dark corner of the internet over here.
at least it's not dangerous. Moving on to the next round, we had Fairy Godmother from Shrek 2 versus the final Pam from Monster Factory. Another close one.
Yeah, Abomination versus not
CGI abomination.
yeah, not a very well liked character in some respects.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't meant to be liked, but even for that, she still wasn't liked.
Yeah, I mean, I would have preferred the Abomination lost personally, but at the same time, I can understand there's a good portion of people that do not want to vote for Godmother.
Yeah, I mean, one has a proper hairline, the other one, God knows.
It's just that the fucking soul, the soul staring, piercing fucking eyes.
You
It's
know,
just fucking horrific. And those, what's up with that style of glasses? Like, you never really see those glasses, even in fiction, hardly
because
ever.
those are just reading glasses. That's the problem with wearing them 24/7. You're just trying to use reading glasses for a look. Because they're specifically reading, because you only can use them when you're looking down.
Most reading, even then, most reading glasses just look like normal glasses, but like usually like smaller, maybe.
Yeah, somewhat. I've seen variations.
But yeah, it was still a close match though. Final Pam only won 52.1% of the votes.
Yep. Next
But
on, we had the furries versus this very fun the cooking club during a big war. Like to make a lot of pastries. Either way, the furries did win pretty handily.
mm-hmm. Honestly, understandably so in this case because, like I've said it before when we were talking about it, that just looks like a guy.
Yep.
That just looks like a dude.
A male face, technically a Greek male haircut, no appealing qualities.
At all.
Yeah. Maybe the character's cool. I never watched Infinity Train, so I
The
couldn't
tank
tell you.
top did not help. The tank top really did not fucking help at all.
It
Either.
really. I mean, look at no there. I know objectifying women bad. No cleavage. There's nothing there. It's literally just flat. It's just flat. There's nothing there.
Like, are we sure this isn't a dude? Are we completely
Yeah,
sure?
I really feel like it, cause
They put her on the list. She's there. Catcher won by a lot, but man,
yeah.
my brain was confused when I saw that. I'm like, did they sneak a dude into this tournament?
Either way, a furry win to a furry loss. We have Danny from FNAF versus Ida Clawthorne from The Own House. Really the Owl House, but for some reason it's wrote in as Own this time.
We love typos here. Also, this was a massive fucking victory for Ida.
Yeah. Danny was seeing blood after this one, getting completely decimated.
Yeah. I do wonder the 12% of people who voted for Vanny, but hey.
The still possible thousands of people since this was early on in the tournament.
100%. And moving on, we got Marceline, Vampire Queen from Adventure Time, an OG, big time OG, top dog versus Junko
Boobs Mackenzie.
Inoshima. Yeah, Marceline won handily.
Yep.
Both perfectly fine options overall, from what I know, but Marceline was just bound to win. Period.
Yeah, I mean, Danganronpa is such a niche anime. I mean, a lot of people know about it. I just don't think most people can bear to watch it.
I've never watched it personally.
Yeah, I mean, you don't watch anime mostly anyway, but this is like murder mystery, but really quirky murder mystery anime. So
That is a very interesting way to describe an anime.
yeah, like you never hear quirky murder mystery.
Yeah, no, never.
Anyway, we had a an animate object versus a vampire, and it went about as well as you think it would.
Yep, Lady D versus Spinal, whatever the fuck it is.
Spinel.
Right. Mr. Mime have an ass fucking fit.
Yeah.
Lost, thankfully. Uh, Massively lost. 81% of the votes went to Lady D.
Yep. As they should.
Oh, 100%.
I really do hate. I know we were talking about cleavage before, but man, I really do hate the bottom of the picture is literally just all tit.
Completely,
Just
yeah.
absorbing the bottom of the picture.
Like, they literally have to move the picture, like, a good inch upwards for there not to be any cleavage.
Yep.
Just fucking angle that shit up. There you go.
81% victory as deserved, if not more, honestly. But moving on, we had Lilith Clawthorn, another Owl House character, versus Queen from Deltarune, we believe, Chapter 2. We're not really that into Deltarune, so don't quote
I
us.
played the first one. I did not play the second one. I do not remember Queen.
Oh, you played the first one.
I did, long time ago, though. I just don't
Mm.
remember Queen being in the first one. I could be misremembering, but I just don't. I don't know how the fuck Queen won, though, honestly. It's just pixel art.
Yeah.
Geometry enjoyers in this fucking voting poll.
You know, they both have black lipstick, so, you know, it was a tie
True.
between the two.
The black lipstick.
And to be fair, one's on fleek.
Oh, in terms of fit, yeah.
Yeah, you can't hate on that style. You're just in the wrong if you hate on that style. Versus
The other one is just normal clothing, which is fine.
medieval peasant clothing. Like,
are you sure that's medieval peasant?
that shit looks like a burlap sack with a strap underneath. I don't know.
I mean, it could just be a t-shirt.
Yeah, it definitely could. Just with a really wide neck.
Yeah, I mean,
massively wide neck.
I've seen that style of t-shirt. That's why I just said normal.
On women, yeah. I just don't know if it's called a t-shirt at that point when the neck is like nearly falling off the shoulders.
To be fair, women's clothing has like 50 billion different names compared to like men's clothing, where we just have shirt, long sleeve shirt, t-shirt, tank top,
wife
underwear.
beater. All
right, we ain't got much. Moving on.
On to the other side of the list, on the right side, we started off with an interesting duo. Poison Ivy from DC versus Ina from the Ina series.
Yep. I'm gonna have to check out the Ina series since you linked me that. But I'm not surprised Poison Ivy won.
Yep. It's just we just don't live in the same age anymore. It used to be the girls you could count the polygons were the keepers, but not anymore.
Yeah, Poison Ivy, pretty sure is the OG here. 90% sure.
No, don't even put that. 100% sure. Ina may look old, but that shit was made in I think 2009 at the latest. It's not a game. It's literally an animation. Like
gotcha.
Yeah, it is very confusing because it is like in a game-ish format when you watch a video. Like it's weird. You can describe the entire series as weird.
Yeah, after this vote, with a pretty clear victory here. Yeah, 61% of the votes went to Poison Ivy. We got Undyne versus Miss Piggy. And I am glad in this case that Miss Piggy won because I would not have voted for Undyne. I'm sorry.
Yep, 2 teeth, no nose, and 1 eye.
How do I describe this? Like Undyne out of context, if you don't know about Undertale, looks like some sort of fish thug in some weird 90s game.
How do you have a ponytail when you have no hair otherwise?
That shit is so weird to me. I mean, I guess if you look closely, there's a little bit of a hairline at the top of the head, but
Nah, that just looks like part of the head to me.
Yeah, no.
The
39 those 39% though were probably like, I don't know, man. There's some good artists out there, brother. I don't know.
She's in battle plate. She could win a fight, so that means, you know.
At that point, just go to DeviantArt, type in female space marine, press enter.
Yeah. Next, we had Shigo from Kim Possible versus a snack.
Absolute
Literally.
destruction. Absolute fucking destruction here in terms of the votes. Almost 90% went to Shago, rightfully so.
Yep. Lollipop from Dream Island disappeared from the tournament after this. There is a loser. There is a losers bracket, but I think you can guess. The Lollipop did not win that one.
Yeah. Now we got Harley Quinn, an OG again, DC Universe, versus Lucretia. Still not sure on the pronunciation of that name, but she's from the Adventure Zone, which I have not seen.
A decent stomp, not as much as it should have been. I mean, we needed our representation token black character, and we got him in and then out.
We got Grandma, and almost 40% voted for Grandma.
Yeah, I don't know what makes her that interesting that she almost won, but I guess you know.
I swear we gotta see like a lineup of these people and just look at them and be like, everything makes sense now. We just look at them and be like, all right, those are the people. Those are the type of people we look out for.
Yep. Next up, we had the God of Drip, Yzma, from the Emperor's New Groove, versus Cassandra from Rapunzel's Tangled Adventures.
Yeah, Cassandra looks better. Never seen Rapunzel's Tangled Adventures, but Yzma, goated, got the drip, the OG, boom, almost just shy of 70% of the votes.
Honestly, Rapunzel could have just not existed, that new movie. I think they call it Tangled. Tangled could have just not existed. I mean, it made that one meme where it's the dude standing in the bar with all the swords around him. But other than that, it did not add much, and it did not need a spin-off. When you compare it to Emperor's New Groove, that is a classic.
Completely.
There's no competition in the end.
Yeah, but this next one is what we in the business call this next one bullshit, because we got Timekeeper Cookie from Cookie Run. Never watched it. Versus Sketchbook from that's Don't Hurt Me, I'm Scared, right?
Yep.
Right.
Exactly right.
Somehow, by the grace of some unholy god, I don't know who to blame for this, but the Sketchbook fucking won.
Yep.
The Sketchbook won somehow, even though in my opinion the painfully obvious choice was Timekeeper Cookie here.
Yep, but the meme did win. We had to have the psychopathic literal notebook take the clutch victory.
Yep.
And arms.
Yeah. I don't know if those eyes are drawn on or if those are just actual 3D eyes, but either way, not a good look. Next
up, we had two digital girls. We had GLaDOS, the psychopathic robot, and Monica, the genocidal dating sim character.
Well, technically, she didn't really do genocide. She just deleted the only other 3 characters in the game.
Yeah, I mean, if there's only 3 people in the tribe, you still call it killing a tribe. I'm still gonna call that genocide. Is it really
genocide if it's only 3 people?
But 10,000 votes. Now that's crazy. Yeah.
This one was insane, actually. The fact that Monica didn't even get close is just baffling.
8,000 votes for GLaDOS. Another murder.
Man, I swear, I've said it before when we were talking about it. I'll say it again. Somebody must have just got a bunch of people together, either on Tumblr or some streamer we don't know about, and had everyone vote GLaDOS.
Yep.
Because this is beyond bullshit. Because Geneva Convention violation versus obsessive AI.
Well, just like the game, we couldn't let this bitch spread, so she dies on turn 1.
Yep.
Who do we have next?
We got General Yunen, whichever it is, not sure on the pronunciation, from Amphibia. Personally, never watched it, versus Princess Luna. The horse. We gotta be specific here. It's the horse. Remember that from My Little Pony, which I also have not watched.
Yep. Thankfully.
The bronies won. The bronies fucking won here, unfortunately.
Won by a large amount.
Although, to be fair, General Yunen is I don't even know how to describe that.
I mean, it's literally. I don't like that most of her head is teeth. I don't. It's like 60% teeth. I don't like that.
Teeth and eyes.
Oh, honestly, I'm just putting in the undyed tier. It just makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't want to associate with this.
Me the fuck neither.
So we had to end off terribly for round 1, since that's the last one. Moving on to the left side again, we go over to round 2, where Dominator made another comeback versus Doc Ock. Comeback meaning she showed up again. Not that she won. She got murdered.
Yeah, fucking eviscerated. Somehow the Miss Frizzle lovers out here just slapping that Doc Ock vote.
Yep. She didn't stand a chance.
Got that jawline from fucking Meet the Robinsons.
To be fair, Dominator doesn't have a jawline, so...
It's just neck.
Yeah, it's just neck versus all jawline. Past that, we had Katra from She-Ra and the final Pam. Surprisingly close on this one, mind you. You know, Fallout 4 mod versus She-Ra, a mediocre but very alt TV show. A lot of alt people like that one. Set the internet on fire for a bit when that released.
I've never watched it though, so I would not know.
I think she's gay. That's about all I know.
You know it's bad when that's all you know. Like, I think she's gay.
Yeah, I believe. Don't quote me on it, She-Ra lovers, but I'm pretty sure she's gay.
I am glad the Abomination did not win, though. I'm glad for that. The furry's got another win, but hey.
Yeah, the gay cat continues on.
Continuing on ourselves, we got Marceline versus Ida. Surprisingly close, but of course Marceline won.
Technically, 2 gilfs battling, and
technically, yes, that is true.
Yep, and the older vampire won.
People are gonna hate that we describe these two as gilfs. I mean, the one on Ida less, but the Marceline lovers are like, no, she's not a gilf.
I'm not wrong. I'm dying myself.
Just huffing that copium.
Because I think Ida's a vampire. She has that like sharp tooth. That could just be a character design, but.
Wait, are they? I don't really know the Owl House very well. Are they vampires or werewolves? It's kind of hard to tell.
Maybe both.
Both. This is Skyrim now?
I mean, it's an alt-ass show also, like She-Ra, but probably more than She-Ra, honestly. Like.
True.
Well, anyway, we had the Blue Vector, aka Queen, versus Lady Demiscu. 2 royal hoes, and the bigger one won.
Like, how was the vote so close though? 50.6%.
Yeah.
Is what got Lady D the win, but 49.4% of these motherfuckers voted for the fucking pixel art.
A 0.6% victory.
Actually, it's technically a 1%.
Man. I just can't believe it was that close.
Yeah, no, it's actually insane.
Yeah.
You would think Lady D would have took like a 90+% victory, but nope, not at all.
I tell you, Undertale is one of the most toxic communities I have ever seen in my life, and I feel like Deltarune is similar.
Probably is, considering it's most likely a lot of the same people.
Yeah, I've never seen anything more toxic than Undertale.
It is wild how toxic they got.
It made so many YouTubers quit playing Undertale after like the first or second episode. I've
Which
never
is
seen it.
wild because I think even Markiplier quit, didn't he?
Yeah, because they were screamed at him, "You have to play the genocide first to like the pacifist and the like, no, you have to play pacifist first to enjoy the genocide."
Yeah, man, Markiplier's a very patient motherfucker too, so you
And
gotta
he
really,
quit.
you really gotta fuck up. Anyways, before we trail off too much, we're gonna move on.
Round 3, Poison Ivy versus Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy lost by a decent amount this time. Not as much she should have. She should have lost by at least 60%.
Yeah, people really like Miss Piggy for some fucking reason.
Yep.
I get she's an OG and all, but so is Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy's a lot better.
Actually, who's older? I'm gonna assume
Miss
Poison
Piggy
Ivy.
likely.
Well, like, okay, that version, yes, but like Poison Ivy is in like when Poison Ivy was
The
first
comic?
introduced. Yeah, like the character.
Oh wow, no, yeah, Poison Ivy might be older then.
Yeah, because that version was like probably 2007. So
Yeah.
and Miss Piggy and the Muppets are like a 1990s show. Now it continued on to the 2000s, but yes, extremely old.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had two titans, Shigo versus Harley Quinn. They proved that, you know, we used to be scared of clowns 10 years ago, and now people want to fuck them.
Yeah, straight up, people went from "man, I hate clowns" to "that's a nice clown, let me smash."
Yeah, so
Let
many.
me smash.
I think like 3 people died just dressing up as clowns, getting shot in the streets, and then
Yeah,
now we're here.
yeah, dude. Yep, we are fucking here now. Internet changing people's minds since 1985-ish.
56% Harley Quinn lead, and
Yep.
Shigo dropped out.
Yeah, there goes Shigo.
Next, we actually had a triple threat match.
Because why not?
Yeah, because they said the person hosting the tournament decided, why don't I throw in one of the characters I like? Because keep in mind, the person had an Ina profile. And Ina lost immediately round 1, so the person wanted to add another character.
Yeah, they added Rat God from Mad Rat Dead. Don't know what the hell that is. And going up against Yzma and the fucking sketchbook. And Yzma took it away. 59.4% victory.
Yep, massive lead.
Good, as it fucking should be.
Yep.
Get that notebook out of here. Get that rat shit off my screen.
Yeah, I don't need no fucking chibi rat in my polls.
I just realized something too. You know what probably has appeared or might appear in sexy man tournaments?
What?
Reggie the mouse, that fucker from that meme.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Reggie. Die now.
Yeah, he really could.
I do not doubt it for a second. I can see it already.
Just like I feel like every tournament will have Sans Undertale forever now.
Forever. It's gonna be tradition.
They'll never let anyone live it down. He won it once.
Just barely, too.
Yeah, just barely.
It was like what, 0.1% victory?
Yeah, it was something like that. It was 0.1%. It was extremely close.
Oh man, that is awful. Moving on, we got GLaDOS versus Princess fucking Luna. I will give GLaDOS a pass.
Yep.
Beat the bronies.
Yep, as long as all of them are burning somewhere far beneath, we can be happy with our neurotoxin spitting robot.
Oh man, yep. That's all we got to say. The Bronies lost. Good. Thumbs up.
As the tournament loves to do, we ended off on another terrible one, and we're moving on from round 3 to the semifinals.
Mm-hmm. So we got on the left side, Doc Ock made it way too goddamn far versus Catra. And Catra smite down Doc Ock. Thank God.
They proved that looking like a combination of 7 different characters is not enough to beat a gay cat with freckles. It's not enough.
Yep, nope, not enough. Arguably, both of these people made it way too far, but this is the sexy women tournament. This is not a normal tournament. This is interesting times we live in. Next, take it away.
Next up, we had the Duel of Vampires. Again, I'll say it again, to anger as many people as possible, because it counts for this one too. Not only are they both vampires, they're still both gilfs. Hundreds of years old, and fan favorite characters in both of their series.
I can hear people screaming into the void while just typing angrily. They're not gilfs! They're not!
And I'll read every single comment. Anyway, Marceline won by a nice 52%. A small lead, not great, but she made it.
Nonetheless.
Lady D fell out the list.
To be fair, this was bound to be a pretty close one, because you got, Dommy Vampire, and then you got OG Vampire. Man, it was gonna be a close one, regardless.
Yep. On the other side, we had Poison Ivy versus Harley Quinn. Now, they had to redo this, by the way, because it's just so wildly close. Even the tournament host did not feel comfortable with it.
So they had special plans in mind for these two, which we'll cover shortly.
Yep. So we will quickly pass over them. One definitively won, as you can see, but it does not technically matter.
Yep, and Yzma has been smite down by technically Gilf GLaDOS, also technically Gilf Robot.
Yeah. No, everything old is technically another Gilf versus Gilf.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you count Portal 1, I guess, not a Gilf, but Portal 2, definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely. Yeah. Yep.
Then, right after that, before we get into the real meat and potatoes, we had the loser redemption rounds, where we had Harley Quinn and Ivy turning together into one contender, which we'll mention later. In these redemption rounds, out of each character, out of 10 different characters, only one could win. For the first round, it was Undyne. The second round, it was Miss Piggy. For the third round, it was Doc Ock. For the fourth, they put the 3 winners together and had them fight each other.
And we will be putting screenshots of the results for each of these 4, so you can, for your viewing pleasure, or your pausing pleasure, because you're going to have to pause to read this shit.
Yep, and Miss Piggy won by 0.5%. We almost lived in a world where Doc Ock got to be back on this list.
Oh, man. I would have been so mad, but at the same time, these were 3 not great choices, because we had Monica, we had Lord Dominator, which is arguably better than those 3 in a lot of ways. We had Lady D somehow, I don't know how,
lost did not by 3% to Doc Ock.
Ida Clawthorne also somehow didn't make it back. Shago, Miss Pauling, the administrator. We had so many just better options here. And what the fuck happened?
We didn't get any of them.
Yeah, man, oh man.
So moving on to the semifinals, we had the triple threat. We had Marceline, Catra, and Miss Piggy. And let's just say someone pulled the homophobic card and got a free pass through the semifinals.
Mm-hmm. Somehow, Marceline was in last place out of these three. God
And
knows how.
well into last place. Well
Yep.
into there.
Yeah. Miss Piggy dominated. Catcher dominated both of them, and yeah, I just don't know what happened to Marceline. They're doing so well, and then just boom, just to dust.
And then we had the combination round of Harley Quinn, and Poison Ivy versus GLaDOS.
These GLaDOS stands. Oh my fucking god. 64.6%. How the fuck you
Yeah, they
how you
didn't
gonna
stand a
beat
chance even. Tag teaming.
two DCOGs defeated by a robot?
Yep. Quirky robot with a fear of crows.
Which is funny, but
Yep.
understandable if you've played the game.
Now, on to the final. We had Catra versus GLaDOS. And she found out very quick that the gay card does not work on an unfeeling AI. An unfeeling AI does not care how homophobic you think it is when it's dunking you in lava. GLaDOS had a handy victory. 77% win. Even more of a win than versus Harlivy.
It's who, man. I'll say it yet again. Someone had to have got a big fuck off group of people to vote for GLaDOS. Because if you look at all the GLaDOS votes, like there's a shocking amount of people voting specifically for GLaDOS.
Yep, every time. Every
Mm-hmm.
single time.
But yeah, hooray! GLaDOS won the fucking tournament.
Yeah.
Man, both of these two made it way too far. Catra made it too far only because the competition each round was just basically not there.
Yep. Terrible competition each time.
GLaDOS was just a miracle.
Yep. Bulldozing through every person she saw.
Should have lost round one against Monica. I will state that
Every time.
every time.
Well, that's everything. You've sat here and sadly watched this entire video. If you liked unscripted videos and have any other suggestions, we would love to hear them. Ian, any closing remarks?
If you made it this far, you're awesome. And if you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button. If you disliked it, I'd be surprised if you made it this far, but hit the dislike button. You've earned it. Subscribe and leave a hate comment or a love comment or just some bullshit comment. So, yeah, see ya.